Hello there. Tonight's brush will be my Vintge Rooney Restore. I put a 20mm golden nib 3-band Silvertip. Their standard 3-band Silvertip knot in this brush. Lovely brush. Razor tonight, we'll be using my Elshaew & Son 6/8 round point Sheffield blade. Lovely. And the soap tonight is Yulay Lavender. Now, I had several samples from Monica Gillam. Oh, man. And I absolutely love her soaps. Not just the scents, but the performance of her soaps are wonderful. But she has a way with scent. That's one of the unique things about the artisans. A lot of the artisans, their scents are so unique and special, and Monica's a part of that. And I love her scents. I've never smelled a scent of hers, and I've tried quite a few of them. She's got like 300 scents. Obviously I've not tried all of them, but I've tried at least a good 20 of them. And I've never run across one I didn't love, But lavender is like a pet scent of mine. I love lavender. Lavender, rose, especially lavender and rose. Sandalwood, lilac, a couple of others that are just scents that I absolutely love. But lavender is really at the top. And so, knowing the way that Monica does her scents and knowing how much I love her work, I waited till the very last to try this one because I think it's going to be good. It smells absolutely wonderful. In the off the sample, and I neglected to drop my brush in the water and let it soak a bit. So I'm just trying to get a good bit of water up into that Silvertip knot right now. I don't think you need to soak them quite as much as you do a boar, but I like to soak them for a minute or so. Anyway, we're using this bowl here. It's not anything special, I don't think. I can't see the hallmark on the back of it to tell what it says, but I think it's a beautiful bowl, and I've got 2 custom bowls sitting here on my counter and that bowl, so that should tell you just how much I love that bowl. So, yeah, lovely. Oh, So we're getting close to Christmas. Hope that everyone is doing well this time of year. And we are. Look forward to celebrating Christmas with my family and probably with my church. We a lot of times have a Christmas Day service where we go there for about an hour and just testify and sing, and sometimes we preach, sometimes we don't, but it's to go together and and mark the day by being in God's house and among God's people. Don't know if we'll be doing that today. No one has announced it yet. but it may not be announced until this Wednesday coming up. Lovely. Or, I mean, we're having our play. We'll show it on Saturday night and Sunday night. And so there might be an announcement there as well. But if not, and we may not go to that at all as well. Sometimes my mother-in-law, we all gather over at my mother-in-law's and celebrate Christmas as a family. And when we do that, a lot of times we can't attend the services because she's quite a bit away from us. Well, not quite a bit, but it takes about 45 minutes to get to her place and all of that. So a lot of times when we know that we're going to be over there, we don't attend the church service. But I'm looking forward either way. Either way, we'll pray, and we'll, as a family, we'll share a little bit. We'll read a bit in the Word of God and pray with one another and be thankful for what the Lord has given us and all that. So look forward to that day. This soap is just absolutely, it smells fantastic. I don't even know for sure if I can describe it to you, and it's wanting like a boatload and a half of water. I like when a soap does that. Just fantastic stuff. Really nice and creamy and shiny. Yeah. Lovely. Fantastic lavender scent. Thanks, Monica. Dropped a little dropping lather everywhere. I love it when it starts flying all over the place. That just tells me, especially when it's flying all over the place, and it is the consistency that this soap is. That just tells me that I really, first of all, it tells me it's a fantastic soap, but it also tells me that I really got the water ratio right. Rinse my hands. Nice and slick. Can't keep my hands on my face without them sliding. That's a nice slickness. Absolutely lovely. There's a sharpness to the scent that I really like. It smells a lot like, I have a friend that has several flower gardens. That's what she does. She's retired. She's got enough money that she doesn't have to worry about anything. So that's what she does. And she likes them. And she's beautiful, beautiful gardens. But she has a bed full of lavender. And I don't know what species, but lavender. I would expect with her it's probably English, but I don't know what grows where or anything like that. But the sharpness that is in this soap is a note that, when you're standing beside that bed and it's in bloom, that sharpness is present in the scent that the breeze carries to your face. And it's looked quite lovely. Wonderful scent. I got lather on. Look, got lather in my hair. Lavender all over the place. Not lavender, lather all over the place. Lavender lather all over the place. Anyway. Lovely stuff. Oh yeah. And I'm going to just pile the rest of that on there, because I have plenty. And so I'm going to use it and enjoy it, as opposed to washing it down the sink. That's something that I really like. I know a lot of guys, they want to kind of be sparing with their lather, and I just want to make enough for however many passes I can do. Well, that's a valid way to look at things. But I've got a ton of soaps. And most of them are not that expensive. And I'm just not lovely. I'm just not of a mind to be sparing with it. So I almost always have extra lather. And to be quite honest, even if I did pretty good. I used up most of the lather. I'll show you here in a minute. But like, if I needed another pass, which I don't. Now I scooped a lot of this lather out. You look. That's what I have left. Now I could go like this and scoop that up, and if I needed another, if there's enough there. And I'm just going to lay this brush down and just prove a point. Even though I usually have a ton of lather in a bowl. You know, if I was short, okay, you see there's not hardly anything in there. You see that brush? Well, first of all, there's a ton of lather around here, but I mean, and then if I wanted to do like some of these fellas here that like this kind of stuff, there's enough lather in this brush. And that's a lovely knot on the face. Everybody, I heard a bunch of stuff about people telling me, I read, people said that this knot had a bunch of scritch in it. Well, there's some scrub in it, and maybe a tiny little bit of scritch. I don't know. I don't feel much of any. On my face. But I mean, first of all, yeah, I can face lather if I want to. Just not into it. But I mean, I could probably do that again. Wonderful. But no problem. So, I mean, it's just on how you want to manage your soap and stuff like that. A good brush and a good soap should produce enough lather that you don't have to struggle and carry on. And now that's one of my floppy badges right there. That's not a, well, it's not really floppy. It's right on the edge of, it's right on almost the perfect edge of softness and backbone. This one here is absolutely perfect. That one goes toward the floppy side, but it is not a floppy brush by any means. It's just not got the backbone of, say, a Simpson or something like that. But it's a lovely brush, and it makes enough lather that I don't have to worry. Even if I don't have lather in my bowl, I know if I have to have another pass, I can get it out of it. We're going to follow that shave up with Old Spice. Oh, I love Old Spice. And yes, this is Procter & Gamble. Guess what? I absolutely love Procter & Gamble Old Spice. I've used Old Spice since I first started shaving. Everybody else can do the Indian stuff is better than the Procter & Gamble stuff. Neither one of them is the original, by the way. The India version, they say, comes a little closer, but neither one of them is truly like the original in the first place. This is lovely stuff. I love it, and this is what I buy for my money. I'll take this, and lovely stuff. So, all right, your mileage may vary, probably does. That's all right. That's what makes shaving so fun. Bless you for coming along. Thanks for the wonderful lavender soap, Monica. All of you have a great day or great evening, and God bless you. And I'll talk to you later.